We go to the grassroots and listen to the women, their challenges, what they would like the government to address. So already there are many perspectives of women that have been integrated, has been received. So this is a culmination of maybe 2 weeks of activities by Ministry of Gender, by government institution. The UPDF has been undertaking a lot of activities within the Kampala area, like healthcare, screening, and so on. We have NGOs that have been offering legal aid services, and we have also held Women's Convention. You have seen in Parliament, they held the breakfast meeting. So this is just a day that culminates in this. The most important thing today is to articulate what needs to be done, what has been achieved. And for the rest of the years, we will be implementing policies and programs that will address the core issues that affect women and girls in the rural areas and in other areas.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable. An honor speaking with you, and please enjoy this day. I look forward to speaking with you after this day. All right, that has been Honorable Betty Amongi speaking with us and giving us an update of what has been achieved. But I also love the fact that she says, yes, she recognizes the fact that, yes, there are barriers, but at least a lot has been done, and that a lot provides a foundation or a basis for the barriers to be solved with different solutions. My name is Julie F. Nantaba with Jen Nyiramjusha. Together, we are bringing you the story of the Women's Day celebrations, the 42nd Women's Day celebrations here at Kololo for Uganda. Jen, how do you feel?
I really feel good. I feel excited, and of course, I feel like today is really our day. We are celebrating women today, so I must feel good. Of course, today, as we celebrate the Women's Day here at Kororo Ceremonial Grounds, my name is Jen Nyiramjusha. I am going to be bringing to you Mr. Mayanja Idi, who is the head of the Women Development at the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development, and of course, he has spearheaded the arrangement of the day today, that is Women's Day. Good morning, Mr. Mayanja. You're live on UBC.
Good morning, and good morning, viewers who are watching us live on UBC. And I want to take this singular opportunity to congratulate all the women of Uganda, but also the world, that Happy Women's Day.
Okay, Mr. Mayanja, first things first. Why are you heading a women's group, yet you're a man?
Yeah, I think when we started the women movement, it was an issue of women. But as we went along the way, we realized that the men's involvement supporting women, men would actually hear in terms of us championing what women are actually saying. So in that space, when there are so many men who are speaking passionately about gender equality and women's empowerment, then the rest of the men who are still thinking that gender equality and women's empowerment is an issue for women, and actually others are even saying the more women get empowered, the more they become stubborn. So if us, the men, were there and we are speaking passionately that, you know, women are contributing to the development of the country, women constitute the biggest proportion of the population, about 52%, then it makes an economic sense for such a population to be productive than being consumptive. So we are in this space to demystify, tell other men in Uganda that women need this space, women need to go to school, all the young girls need to go to school, all men and women must be in gainful employment, so that the growth of our GDP is realized because everybody is contributing to the economy of the country.
Okay, what does Women's Day mean to you as a man?
Of course, Women's Day stems other than the day itself, but the women themselves, women are the mothers of the nation. For me, I've also come from a woman. So as we celebrate women, besides what they have done for the nation in terms of contributing to the economic development of the country, but the starting of the formation of the family is that woman is central. The 9 months she stays in that pain when she's carrying somebody in the womb, but also she goes for labor. It means a lot. That's why we need. But also when you look at entirely the management of family, the household and all this, the 40 years ago when I've been actually growing, you would really see that institution has been always managed by women. So they are central, they must be celebrated. But in the modern society now, we are seeing very much contribution that actually if we had left out that biggest population, then it means the GDP would actually go down because that big population would be consumptive, they will not be producing. Now you are seeing the strong women in gainful employment, both private, both government, but also self-employment. And when you go in the small holder businesses, what we call the informal sector, that one is full of women. So it means in terms of contribution, then it is actually huge. That's why we must really celebrate the women in Uganda.
We are here to celebrate achievements and development of women in one way or the other. What exactly are the achievements that we are celebrating today?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think we have, as a government machinery, Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, when we started this journey, 4 decades, we would say 4 decades ago, that is 40 years ago, the number of key sectors or the key priority areas under the Beijing platform for action, where the member states of UN sat and saying we must drive this agenda of about 12 key areas. But I would mention maybe 1 or 2 or 3. When you go to education sector, we have registered huge milestones in terms of parity at enrollment. In terms of completion, now you are seeing that all the higher institutions of learning now they are at parity. Actually now female are even now completing higher institutions of learning more than even the boys or the men. When we go to reduction in terms of maternal death, 2 decades ago, mothers who were dying during childbirth were almost more than 1,000. Today we are talking about 189 mothers who died during childbirth. That is an achievement. In terms of bringing closer water to the women so that they can participate in other activities is also a key. Women economic empowerment, you are seeing now women in gainful employment, they're in businesses. We have powerful, and you will see that most of the women who will be awarded medals today, they have distinguished and excelled themselves in business.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayanja, for being part of us this morning. That was the head of Women Development at the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development that were giving us a brief insight about what Women's Day means. And of course, as you know, we are celebrating Women's Day today. Julie is back here with me, and of course, she is going to also give us a number of people that she is going to be talking to about different topics that we are here today to celebrate the women here. Julie, you are welcome back.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen. How was your interview?
It was great.
What were the nuggets in there?
The gentleman actually being the head of a women's program.
Right.
Yes.
Amazing. On that note, let me also take this opportunity to have someone else to talk to, indeed, from the Ministry of Gender, to tell us, of course, a bit of detail and more of the story on this Women's Day. It's the 8th of March, in case you woke up and forgot which day it is. It's the 8th of March 2026, celebrating Women's Day. Too bad for many Ugandans, it's a Sunday, so it's hard to even consider it as a public holiday. And I'm going to just ask the commissioner from the Ministry of Gender, that is Dr. Angela Nakafero. If I may ask, ma'am, is it possible for the ministry to extend tomorrow as a public holiday, seeing as?
No.
But it's good.
No.
It's good to have you today.
Yes.
It's good to have you today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good morning.
Morning to you. How are you? Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the International Women's Day 2026.
All right. Just for you to take us through the preparations, what has it been like for the Ministry of Gender to prepare for this day?
It has been quite a very busy schedule. We've had quite a number of activities during the Women's Week. Yesterday we had women in sports celebrating the International Women's Day and running a 10-kilometer, 5-kilometer race. So for me it was very, very interesting because we are now venturing into using sports for the well-being, promoting women empowerment, but also as a platform for voicing our concerns. Today is such a wonderful day that we have International Women's Day. And of course, we are going to listen in into the theme of the day, which is scaling investments to accelerate access to justice for women and girls in Uganda. It is important. We celebrate the laws, we celebrate the programs, we celebrate the policies, we celebrate the number of women in the judiciary, justice and law sector. But we are saying we need more. We need more numbers. We need to have our laws enforced effectively so that women can enjoy their rights. We need more program, especially around economic empowerment. Economic justice for women is very, very important.
Right. And allow me, it's a question I asked Honorable, but I'd also love to hear your perspective on this. Beyond the color, the celebration that we always have on 8th at different celebration grounds, do you think the themes and the day itself actually communicates to the grassroots woman for whom most of these policies, most of these themes are made?
Yes, the theme communicates to women, because we are looking at women's access to justice. In Uganda, we know very well that gender-based violence is still very high at 45%. That is still high. So we need access to justice for those women who are being subjected to a lot of violence. You know very well that poverty is still an issue. 16%, 0.1 of Ugandans living under poverty. Economic justice for women is important. So we need programs that can enable them earn an income, acquire property, and be able to invest and make their lives better, and be able to access other rights. Because without money, it becomes very, very challenging to access other rights. Talk about education. You need to have some money to pay for education. Talk about health. You need some money to pay for your right to access medical care and support. Yeah.
Now, beyond, and this is the final one, as you are planning as the hosting ministry, what do you look forward to achieving this particular day? I know it's a celebration, but there is always a goal to a celebration, and that goal must be one that impacts eventually one at the grassroots and every woman who is a citizen or who dwells in Uganda. What's that goal you're looking forward to at the end of this celebration?
Personally, I'm looking for more investments in terms of accelerating women and girls' access to justice. We are going to celebrate women who have made it in life, who have contributed significantly to gender equality and women's empowerment. We are celebrating some of the judges, women judges, that have really done, who have been working behind the scenes to ensure that women access justice. We are also going to amplify our voices on issues of concern for women and girls when it comes to access to justice. So it's a day I'm looking forward to, and I believe that the chief guest will be able to commit on some of these issues we are raising.
One final one, how many awards are we giving away?
So far we have 34 awards. 30 are for women and then 4 are for men. And of course it's very, very interesting to see women getting awards.
Indeed.
I'm also looking forward to mine.
Indeed, I look forward to capturing you, receiving that award and telling your own story. Thank you very much, ma'am. Right, that is Dr. Angela Nakafero. She is a commissioner at the Ministry of Gender, and she's been telling us her own side of the story. We hope indeed she gets to receive that award, because I mean she has worked hard for it, right? right?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Have a blessed day and enjoy the celebrations. It is the International Women's Day 2026, and Uganda is celebrating it differently in style. It is known, in fact, if you look on the internet and just surf through, Uganda is one of those countries that is known to just have a lot of color when it comes to this day, and with a lot of political significance. So why not tell the story and bring it to you? My name is Julie F. Nataba. Thank you so much for choosing UBC TV this morning and choosing UBC TV to tell the story of the Women's Day celebration where you are not. A lot of people are around different tents. We do have tents for invited guests. We do have a tent for dignitaries, and we also do have a tent for the general public. Rather, that is the pavilion. It's not necessarily a tent, but also the general public. And I think, Jen, I would love to hear your 2 cents on this. So when it comes to public events such as this, why do you think the pavilion is usually like this,
What do you mean when you say like this, like this?
The numbers are always there, but not to an expectation where you'd expect numbers for a day that is a national day.
Maybe because most of them are still engaged in some other activities somewhere, somehow. But of course, we always expect a very big number to turn up. But you know, Ugandans, yes,
and
somewhere, somehow,
also.
yes. So, but for us, we are here to make sure that the viewers enjoy the live coverage, enjoy everything that is going to be happening here as the day unfolds. And of course, we have a number of guests, we have a number of people that are actually attending. I've seen the Prime Minister, that is Robina Nabanja, and of course, earlier we saw the Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development, that is the Honorable Betty Amongi. And of course, right now, I want to bring to you one of the women that are actually making a change in the community. And she is here with me, and she's going to be giving us the insight of what is Women's Day to her. Good morning. You are live on UBC TV. My name is Jen.
My name is Dr. Paulina Chiwangu. I'm the country representative for UN Women.
Okay. As a UN woman or a leader in society, what does Women's Day mean to you?
International Women's Day, as you know, it's celebrated every year globally. We celebrate this. And it's a commemoration of achievements that women have made. It's not just about commemorating and celebrating achievement, but also acknowledging challenges that are still there. And when we are celebrating this year, in a special way, we need to acknowledge and maybe tell the world the backlash that gender equality and women empowerment is going through. We have seen in the recent years a lot of backlash, pushback against gender equality. But what we are saying, let's push forward. And as you know, we have talked, and also the MC have told us about the theme of this year's International Women's Day. The national theme, as you know, it's scaling up investments to accelerate access to justice for all women and girls in Uganda. And I think it's a very important theme. As I said, we are facing backlash against gender equality and so on. Now, in Uganda also we have made quite a lot of progress. We have a joint program which is helping us to access the justice, and Uganda is among the countries which have really progressed and have a very, very good forensic laboratory. It's a model which a number of countries in the region, they are coming to Uganda to learn from it. It's well equipped. And it's not just here in Kampala, but across the country. There are other districts as well where their courts have also been equipped with a very good forensic laboratory. And you know, when you have an equipped forensic, advanced forensic laboratory, then you're in a position to help women to access justice. So we're really happy for that, and we are happy for the progress that have been made by the government of Uganda in collaboration with partners.
Okay, talking about the women challenges, the challenge that women are facing right now, as a woman leader who sits at the top, what are you doing to ensure that women have access to equal opportunities and also access to justice?
I think what I have mentioned, one of an example is our joint program on access to justice, to help women to access justice, land rights, and addressing issues, challenges of gender-based violence. As you know, Uganda stands high in the region for having high cases of GBV. So we work together with the government of Uganda, Minister of Gender, Minister of Interior, Minister of Justice, to address these challenges. But we also work very close with traditional and cultural leaders, because cultural leaders and traditional leaders, they are close to the community. So working with them helps to see that we are addressing these challenges of GBV in the country. So those are the efforts that we are making. Not only UN Women, but also other UN agencies, UN sisters, we are working together, and I said also the government.
Okay. What message would you give to a woman or a young girl out there that wants to become a leader?
My message is you can do it. You can do it. Make sure you have what is needed. Go to school. Pursue focus on education. Once you're educated, then you can get anything that you want. Don't give up. If I became a leader, you can also become a leader. Yes.
Thank you so much for being part of us. And of course, that was the UN Women representative who was giving us her insight about today's Women's Day celebration. And of course, today we are talking about access to justice for women and girls. And also not only celebrating the achievements and developments of the women, but also trying to find ways of solving the challenges that women are facing in society, which include domestic violence, a lack of access to justice, and also equal opportunities. And of course, we are here to ensure that you, as a viewer out there that has not made it here at Koro Ceremonial Grounds, you get all the updates that are unfolding here today. And of course, as you be part of the celebrations here in Koro as a woman, and of course, we are glad that we are bringing to you the event live on UBC TV. And today, of course, I've worked with my colleague, and that is Julie Nantaba, who is also here with me. Julie, you're welcome once again. I'm just happy to work with you today. And of course, yeah, I love the vibe.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen. And I'm equally excited to do this with Jen and get the experience and fit into everything. Now, my next guest coming through is the one who represents research, and he'll be telling us more of what he does in that area, but he's also representing the Director General, Dr. Yona Baguma. But seeing as he's representing Dr. Yona Baguma, that only means that he is not Dr. Yona Baguma. So this morning I have Dr. Nasa Kasozi with me. Good morning, Dr. Nasa.
Good morning, madam. How are you?
Fine, thank you. A pleasure having you this morning.
Thank you.
Right. Now, please tell our viewer where you are from and which research institute you're representing this morning.
My name is Nasa Kasozi. I'm representing the Director General of NARO, Dr. Yona Baguma, who was unable to be here. We are from the National Agricultural Research Organization, a corporate body for coordination agricultural research in this country.
Right. Now, when we talk about agriculture, the first picture of a human being that comes to mind is a woman. In the rural space or grassroots space, it is the woman you'll first see in the garden. It is the woman you'll first see in the groundwork and the dirt. How do you think women have been empowered thus far in line with agriculture?
Thank you so much. As far as NARO is concerned, we have been able to provide quite a seed to women, and this has already resulted into socio-economic transformation in this country. We have been able to provide smoking kilns along the areas of Lake Victoria. Previously, women were smoking fish on traditional kilns. NARO has developed a modern kiln which has helped women to improve on their welfare, but also improve on the income from the sale of the fish.
Now, as a gentleman on a general whole, what does it make you feel like to be part of the celebrations this day?
As the theme said, justice for women. So we have seen that women has transformed from the traditional way of just cooking food, but also making sure that they contribute to the socio-economic transformation of this country. And Naro has been in the center of this through providing innovation platforms, through providing management practices, and also technologies which can help women to improve on the welfare and also their livelihood by bringing simple agriculture technologies near to the women across the country.
Right. And how has the Ministry of Agriculture and NARO altogether helped translate this technology to make it easy even for a woman in the rural area?
We need to thank the government of Uganda, because the government of Uganda has facilitated research in this country, been able to bring different services and technologies to different women across the different agroecologies across the country, from the women in Nabuin, from the women in Karamoja to women in West Nile, and also women in Kabare. So all these have been done to make sure that women can have something in their pockets. So we have been able to provide, and we have seen so many women able to sell commodities, seed, so that they can able to import.